Today we're working on another Ranger Raptor. What is up, guys? Welcome back. Got another video for you. Today we're working on another Ranger Raptor. Difference is this one's ours. When we did the last Ranger Raptor, didn't really know much about them, but we've always been a fan of the Raptor platform, so I kind of got an itch that I had to scratch. This truck came with a high cost, so we said goodbye to our shop truck F-150 stubby. It's only right that we do a big fat nasty burnout. Yeah. That was probably the squirreliest I've ever had that truck. Love that truck, sad to see it go. The problem is that I was kind of looking for something to be my daily driver. That thing was not practical whatsoever. I mean, we had converted it to a 2-seater. I have 4 kids. I'm not very good at math, but I know that that doesn't add up. This just kind of made sense for a practical runaround truck, but in typical us fashion, we're about to make it a lot less practical. I've already got plans to do some paint match. We've got a lift kit, wheels, tires, bed cover, the whole 9 yards. This is kind of a slept on platform. I don't feel like a lot of people are going the extra mile and doing really cool builds with this kind of stuff. I mean, look at like our F-150 Raptor, like that thing, lift, wheels, tires, paint match, like the whole 9 yards, and you see those done that way quite often. But like I said, I've yet to see any Ranger Raptors that are like super done up like that. So we actually are gonna do kind of a mini version of the F-150 Raptor that we have. So I ordered a Ranger Raptor like 4 months ago, still had no order confirmation, no build date, nothing. They happened to have this one that came in that the guy had ordered and backed out on. So you'll notice that the windows are already tinted. I have a rule that I don't own anything for more than 24 hours without having the windows tinted. And I signed paperwork approximately an hour and 48 minutes ago, and it's tinted. So shout out to my guys. They helped me bust it out real quick. One thing I am gonna take off right away, I'm gonna pull it back in the shop right now and pull the running boards off of it. Those are dumb. They're the worst height. I'm tall and I step right over them and then scrape your shin on the textured bed liner or whatever it is that they use on it. Dumb. Those are coming off right now. See, look at this, watch this. Okay, we're gonna do a demonstration real quick. For real? You want me to go like this? And then like this? And then it's honestly not so much getting in that pisses me off. It's getting out, because I have to, like, instead of just being able to step out like this, I have to, like, unless I like put both feet on it and do the hop, but dumb. They're stupid. So I'm taking them off. 13, I think. It's wet. Oh my. It was righty tighty, not lefty loosey. This is not the right tool for this. Will you grab me an impact with a 1/4 inch adapter? This red tool is making my hand hurt. I can't get this red tool to break it loose. Will you get me a real tool? Oh, are you serious? Like a average size adapter. What am I supposed to do with that? I'm super excited that the ground's wet. Yeah. What in the... Will you grab me a manual ratchet? This is how our ancestors had to do it. They are serious about these not coming off. Will you grab me a 1/4 inch extension? More than average? Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is stupid. Dumb. So as far as paint goes, we're doing bumpers, fender flares, whatever this piece is called, I don't know what that is. And then rear bumper. I'm gonna do full body PPF on the truck, so we're gonna just do gloss clear PPF over everything. And then we might do some, I'm going back and forth on the Tuxedo tops that are like the black vinyl that, you know, comes, I just haven't seen one on a Ranger, so I'm thinking, why not give it a shot? but we'll see. I kind of want to get some of the paintwork and stuff done. So I picked these. They're from Arena Wheel Company. They're the throttle. And I picked those because honestly, I just think they're really clean and simple. I'm a super huge nerd when it comes to like picking tires. Like I get way too technical with it. Honestly, it came down to Nitto Ridge Grappler, which is, I would say, the competitor to the RT Trail. They're right in the same realm as far as the tread design and stuff goes. And so I had decided I was going to go that route. I ordered a set of them, and then they showed up, and it looked like they had pulled them out from behind the barn. They were covered in mud. I looked at the manufacture date on them, and they were made in like 2022, which I'm dead serious. If you know anything about tires, I didn't really want to deal with that. I wasn't going to have to wash my tires before I mounted them on my wheels. So I sent those back and went with the Trail Grappler MT, which is a little more aggressive than I was planning on, but I have run this tire. I had this on my old Bronco. I really like it. So
how are we fitting that on the truck?
How are we fitting that on the truck? That's a great question, because I pulled sensors out of those earlier this morning, and there is not a chance in hell that those are going on that truck without serious modification. So I ended up going with Fouts Motorsports 2.5-inch perch collar. I just felt like if anybody knows what the right thing to do is, it's Fouts. Getting this thing disassembled, get the parts that are being painted off to paint, and then we'll start working on full body PPF, getting stickers taken off, all that fun stuff. Solid 24 hours, and it looks like that. Crew made quick work of my $800 Raptor graphic option. It's gone. Delete. So we got our pile of parts over here ready to go. So that's part of the front bumper, lower portion of the front bumper. Those two pieces are all that need painted on the rear bumper. And then we got flares, bedside pieces. This is the one thing that kind of pissed me off about this truck is it's a free, I get that it's a Ranger Raptor, which is the most budget friendly option as far as the Raptor is concerned, but this is the tailgate handle. It's textured plastic. That freaking bugs me. So we're gonna have that smoothed and painted. Shane's probably gonna hate me with this one, but he's got his work cut out for him with all those crevices. The reflectors that go in the front flares, we're gonna black those out just so that I don't like orange. Amber, well, I say amber bugs me, but then I'm doing a DRL conversion on this just because I feel like that's another thing that pisses me off. While we're on things that piss me off about this truck, the Raptor's notorious for the amber DRLs in the headlights, right? That's a Raptor thing, always has been. This doesn't have it. So we ordered a module out of Australia that we are going to be able to take the headlights out and put a different, I'm not a scientist, but pull that off, pull off old, put new in, and should be orange. I've been working on PPF while it's all tore down. I did end up deciding to do full body, so I've got the whole cab done, the bed's done, tailgate. We just have got to do the front end now, and then when we get all of our painted parts back, I'll have to do all that stuff to finish up. But we got our suspension components, so we're going to go ahead and get that done, get wheels and tires on. We've got an alignment appointment tomorrow, so I'm just going to go through that process real quick. These are super, super easy. Derek's done one of them, but the way they've got this designed, like it's hardly any work to get this strut out, so it's pretty sweet, pretty quick and easy. That's why I decided to just get it done real quick. While it's up in the air, we got the front crash bar out because we'll have to ditch that. We're gonna have to ditch this rear one too, but while I've got it up in the air, I'm actually gonna take and just notch this fender off right here. Okay, so quick rundown of how that came apart. So basically you've got 3 nuts on the top of the top hat right here. And then you got the bolt that goes through right here. So you disconnect just a couple things actually, and the whole thing drops down, and then you can push this up a little bit, tilt that out, pull the whole thing out. It's pretty sweet. Probably my favorite thing about this truck is that it comes from the factory with a really rusty CV axle. Look at that. That's sweet.
Quality.
It's like almost color matched to the Fox Racing orange in the live valve struts. Sick. Just kidding. That actually kind of pisses me off. Maybe don't pull them out from the ocean when you're ready to put them in a truck. Like, seriously. I mean, this is like, that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, one of the other parts we got from Fouts is their tie rod reinforcement sleeve. So basically what this is gonna do is I'm gonna take the tie rod end off here, and this goes in just like that. And so basically what it's doing is strengthening, because as you get less and less, so your shaft is, you know, whatever size here, and then you've got to put a wrench on right here, and then your threads get smaller, and then you get into kind of the beefy part of the tie rod. So basically your weak point is right in here, and so this just goes on like so to prevent that from buckling, basically. Now, there's kind of a debate on this type of stuff, Rangers, Broncos, whatever. If you take away the weak point, you know, where's your next weakest link? It's pretty common on the Broncos that have reinforced tie rods to blow apart steering racks and ruin that stuff. It's kind of a catch-22. I mean, this kind of stuff is something that's going to ruin your ride. I mean, it's going to basically put you out and freaking piss you off. So we don't need to add that to the list. Personally, I mean, it just depends on how hard you are on stuff, right? I mean, if you're going out and being stupid, you know, chances are, yeah. I mean, you could, you know, ask Derek how many steering racks he's put in his Bronco. So, I mean, it just depends on how you're using the vehicle. I mean, something like this, I'm probably not going to off-road it super heavy. When I do, it's not going to be anything crazy. So I'm not worried about sending that extra stress to the steering rack more than I'm worried about having a tie rod buckle and ruin your day. So.
Okay. Taking the sparks right to the dome, my guy.
Okay, so that's about all I had to take. Now, to some people, this is a lot. Some people would never do this, but I just would prefer to have a little extra room and not have to worry about... My thing is it's a lot cleaner to do this right now, very controlled and thought out, than to have your tire catch it trying to stuff something stupid and tear it off or bust your fender up. Because I mean, if you've got this sitting in here and your tire catches it, then all of a sudden you bend everything here, and like this is all just, I mean, it's pretty thin aluminum. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like a pop can. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have started that with the grinder and grabbed it with pliers and just ripped it off. I mean, it's kind of crazy, like what these vehicles are made of, honestly. So, like I said, I would just rather have that be to where I can control it and take a little extra, prime it nice, make sure it's not going to corrode, rather than, you know, having my tires do the clearing for me. That'd piss me off. Add that to the list. Okay, so now I'm going to take these crash bars out. It's just 2 bolts. We've already got the front ones out, but I wanted to wait till I took that little chunk out to get the rear ones. Look at how long this bolt is. That is the longest bolt I've ever seen in my life. Unnecessary. Average size bolt. And it's going to go in the garbage. See, why do all the threads need to stick out the bottom? I think Ford needs to hire me. I feel like I'm smarter than all of them. We're just going to throw it in the garbage. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, and we've explained this before, but I'm just going to give you another visual. So this is our lift, so it's perch collar. So basically what this is going to do, we're going to go and compress the spring and move this spring retainer up as much as we need to get this in underneath it. This one has screws and comes apart, so you don't actually have to disassemble the strut. You just basically compress it and then take your bolts out, clamp it on there, and then decompress. So, pretty sweet. What kind of vehicle is it that you can go like this and it'll not a Raptor? All right, those shouldn't roll around at all. staying?
Pretty close.
Got it.
Down in bed.
So now that we got that done, we're here at the body shop. We're gonna check in on the paint match stuff and see how it's coming. So he's got everything in the booth, so we're gonna go in and check it out. So it looks like right now he's just got primer sprayed on everything. So once the primer cures, then they can come in and spray paint. But we got front bumper, tailgate handle, all of our park sensors, Ford emblem. Run through it one more time, obviously. So we got the sleeve on, and then we got our collar on. So that gave us quite a bit of lift. Okay, so we got all the parts sitting here, got them back from paint. Everything looks real nice. So yeah, you got the flares and then the blacked out reflector. So we did those super dark just because I don't like orange. Front bumper, we'll get that all rebuilt. And then lower piece, just kind of all the parts and pieces. So I didn't do the full tail light smoked. But I did do this third brake light because where we did the roof gloss black, it just makes these blend in and look clean. So got that, got the Ford emblem. This is really cool. So basically what they do is if you turn this emblem over, there's all these plastic rivets on the back side. So you drill all that out and you can take this emblem apart and paint it. And then you put it all back together and just plastic weld it. So that's cool. Now I'm not pissed about the tailgate handle, except for the fact that I had to pay to have it done the way that Ford should have done it. But these guys seriously are impressive with the textured plastic. Like, I mean, inside of here, like there's nothing. Like if you look around, like you can't even find, I mean, something like this, I would expect, you know, a little bit of texture like left down in here because they have to sand all that down. And they didn't. They freaking knocked it out of the park. So big thanks to those guys. They always do a great job for us on our paint match stuff. So I just finished PPFing everything that I possibly could, and then we got another big batch of stuff that I got to do. So my back already hurts today. Had been going back and forth whether I wanted to do like the tuxedo top on it, but I think we are going to try it just because I think it'll look cool, be a little different. So we were doing the roof gloss black regardless. That's kind of my thing. I just like it. All my trucks have been done like that. I just feel like it looks clean. You get the tinted windshield, black roof, kind of up and over the top. I don't know. I've always done it, always liked it. So that was getting done anyway, but basically what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go in and find these body lines, and then we're gonna just wrap gloss black up and over this pillar right here. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it before, but basically just makes it so that the whole top of the truck is black. I think now that we have got all the white, you know, for the lower portion, I think that's going to give it some cool contrast and just honestly make it that much more different than any other Ranger Raptor that you're seeing out there. We've got on what paint match we can. We're still waiting to finish up the rear bumper. The reason we haven't done that yet is because we had to order a new plastic piece, not by our fault. I won't throw anybody under the bus, but somebody took the liberty to drill their own license plate holes. It's all good. They ordered me a new one, so no big deal. But anyway, we're waiting for that to reassemble the rear bumper, and then that can go back on. So in the meantime, we're going to work on doing the cab wrap. Add this to the list of things that piss me off. Most of like the F-150s and all that stuff, these like B-pillar pieces are gloss, and they're actually removable. This one, they're like textured, and from what I can tell, they're just like kind of a stick-on. Well, you can actually tell because like up in this corner, it's got a bubble in it right here. So seeing as how we're gonna do a wrap right here, I'm gonna just actually on camera, live action. I'm gonna heat one of these up and see if I can pull it off. If it's just like a sticker, I don't know. We might screw something up, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, like butter.
I would have expected they wouldn't have painted under that.
Why? Because it's Ford. Well, that actually works out. I wish I'd have done that before I PPF'd the door, because now I've got a PPF line right there. But
It's gonna piss you off.
that might piss me off. But at least that was my mistake, not Ford's. Okay, cool. So with that, we're going to take the rest of them off, and then we'll just wrap that gloss so that it matches. Okay, so we got the cab wrap done. We got everything finalized out the door, so it's officially done. I've actually been driving it for like a month and a half now, so we're a little late to filming the outro on this, but so far I've really enjoyed it. It's a really good little truck. It's fun to drive. I am going to address the elephant in the room. Yeah, I know, I have a mustache. It's been like a month and a half since we finished filming that, so lots of changes around here. I did an amber DRL conversion. I don't know if you can see it outside all that well, but it's really cool. We'll put some B-roll in of that. It's kind of annoyed me that they didn't do the amber DRLs just because that's kind of a Raptor thing. So that's a module that you can put in the back of the OEM headlight, and it does the amber DRL. It was like 250 bucks. Works really well. It was super easy. When I had looked at these, I hadn't seen anybody that was really doing it, so I wanted to kind of put our own touch on it. We usually paint match all of our other stuff, so front bumper, fender flares, and then I did the skid plate down here. I powder coated that like satin black just because it was silver before. I kind of wanted it to blend in a little bit better. And then there's a little piece right here, that's the gray plastic, so we painted that, painted the rear bumper, and then this tailgate handle comes textured black. I didn't like that, so we took that apart, painted it. I think that made everything look a lot more complete. And then I don't know, I've done a lot of cab wraps. We've done a ton of them on white vehicles. It's never really been my thing, but I kind of just thought, you know, on this, something super different, so we went ahead and did that. I really like how it turned out. We went with the Real Truck Revolver X4 TS, and what the T is it has these slots in the rail for the T slot, so you can actually put attachments and stuff on this. I actually have a set of crossbars that I run in the winter to put skis on and stuff. Makes it super nice, so I wanted this specific cover. It's a good cover. So as far as suspension, wheel, tire package, now I know what you're thinking. Hey Tyler, those aren't the wheels and tire. Well, they're the wheels, but they're not the tires you originally put on. So we talked about earlier in the video that I did those trail grapplers that were the mud terrain. It took about 3 trips on the highway before I was sick of those. So I pulled those off and put on some all-terrains. So I went with the Nitto Terra Grappler G3, which is their new all-terrain. Super solid tire. We've really liked it so far. We've done a ton of them. And then one other thing that we threw on after the fact was there's these little sensors right here on the arms down underneath. And there's just a plastic box that you can see with the wires that go into it. And that concerned me a little bit, and so S&B actually has this little bracket that goes over it to protect it. And then, I mean, obviously, while we were on S&B's website, like we had to get something under the hood that makes some cool whoosh noises. So we did the S&B cold air intake. That actually helped quite a bit. I actually did notice a big response in just the throttle sensitivity. We haven't put a tune on it yet. I am going to. I just haven't decided which route I'm going to go, whether I'm going to void my warranty and be really cool, or whether I'm going to keep my warranty and be kind of lame. So, but yeah, honestly, like, this truck is super cool. Like, I've had just about everything. I've driven just about everything. Like, I've really enjoyed having this as my new little daily driver. Now, is it the most practical truck around? No. It gets terrible fuel mileage. It has a small fuel tank. I fill it once a week. It's kind of a pain. My 4 kids don't fit in it. It's not car seat friendly, but it's really cool. To other people, you know, it might be super practical. You might only have 1 or 2 kids. That'd be great. To try and get 3 car seats across the back row, it's not going to happen. So let us know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, we kind of put a different spin on it versus a lot of the ones I've seen on YouTube videos that I was watching. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. I'm a little less pissed off now.